What's good, everybody? Welcome back. And so, what I wanted to show you guys is that I ended up getting the OG Pixelbook, which you see to the left. To the right of it is my Pixelbook Go. So, you guys can kind of see a little bit of a difference between them, size wise, build wise, all that good stuff. And for those who forgot the specs, I'll just throw it out there for those out there. So, um, the height of it is 10.3 millimeters. The length is 290.4 millimeters, and the width is 220.8 millimeters. It weighs in at 2.45 pounds or 1.11 kilograms. The display itself is a 12.3-inch display. It's got a 2400 by 1600 at 235 pixels per inch. Quad HD LCD display for, sharp images, I guess. Would be nice if it had a OLED, but the display is touchscreen and it does support the Pixelbook Pen, which I need to find, as this thing does fold into a tablet if you need it to. So the brightness is not all too bright. It's at 400 nits, using in bright areas. And it is powered by the 7th gen Intel Core i5, this particular model. There's other models, configurations that have the i7 processor. This one has 8 gigabytes of RAM. The other model has a 16 gig, and it comes in 3 different storage capacities. The one I have, I believe, is 256, but there's a 128, 256, or a 512 solid state internal storage. Battery on this thing is supposed to give you up to 10 hours. It's got a 45 watt charger that comes with it, which I was able to pick up too as well. And again, the body is aluminum, so it's an aluminum unibody, and it's got Corning Gorilla Glass for the display, and it's a silver color. So it's silver, kind of like the color really looks like the OG Pixel, the white silver version. So I have that one. Well, I don't actually have it. My dad has it, but since he's not using it, he'll probably ended up just giving it back to me. So then I'll have it, just to have it. Audio, it's got dual speakers and it's got 4 microphones, so that's actually pretty nice. The keyboard is backlit, does have a trackpad. The camera on here is 720p at 30 frames per second, and it's got 2 USB Type-C charging ports that also support to connect to 4K displays, and also for quicker data transfer between zip drives and stuff. And yes, it is running Chrome OS, and it's actually pretty solid. Playing around with it, since I got it yesterday, almost 24 hours in my possession, and literally comparing it to the Pixelbook Go. And there's some things that the Pixelbook Go does better than the OG Pixelbook, but the Pixelbook does have certain things that's going for it that's far better than the Pixelbook Go. So it's, one, they don't really cancel out each other. Like, for instance, right now, like you guys will actually see, I have Streets of Rage 4 loading on the Pixelbook Go, which the Pixelbook Go I have is the base model one, so it doesn't even have the Intel i5. I think it has the AMD. I think that's the processor chip is. But anyways, and on the Pixelbook OG, I'm loading the same game. And as you can see, it's loading faster on the Pixelbook OG. That's kind of funny. Pixelbook OG for the original. Flip the OG around and it's Pixelbook Go. Go figure. Anyway, so it does have its strength. It does have its weaknesses. One of that I would say is slightly a weakness of the Pixelbook Go OG is its camera, especially in video mode. 'Cause sometimes I want to vlog and I just want to shoot from the camera on the laptop. I don't want to do it from my phone sometimes. And yeah, the Pixelbook Go has a far better camera and capturing in low light than the OG Pixel. But as you can see, the OG Pixel loaded my game up a lot faster. Pixelbook Go is still struggling to load the game. So, and that just has to probably do with the fact that the processor chip having an Intel in the Pixelbook OG and then having, I think, an AMD processor in the Pixelbook Go. Obviously, you're going to see that. Now, the other cool thing is that it's got enough storage for me to what I want to do with the laptop itself. So my Pixelbook Go basically is going to be my entertainment for like watching movies, maybe browsing the internet, typing up blogs and stuff like that I do on MeWe. And the Pixelbook Go, well not Go, but the OG Pixelbook will kind of do the same thing. But I'm going to use it more for my gaming. On the second channel, I went ahead and tested live streaming and just, yeah, it was all right. This my internet service couldn't really handle it, so that's totally fine. But it did okay. It did okay with the whole gaming aspect. It is still nice to pick up. I believe this came out in, I want to say 2016, 2016-ish. I think I could be wrong, but for it being that old and it's still pretty solid for what it is. So far, I'm enjoying using it, especially when I flip into the tablet mode and play things like Angry Birds 2. But that's always nice. And it's really cool because when you flip into the tablet mode, it disables the keyboard so you don't get accidental key touches. It's got the bezels on the side, which some people may notice. And to me, that's not a big deal just because if I'm playing in tablet mode, I want to be able to rest my thumb somewhere without, you know, miss punching on the screen. Overall, yes, it's not brand new tech. It's something that just hasn't recently come out. The Pixel tablet just came out, and I am gunning for that one. But still, I needed to grab this one to add it to my collection.